about script and together. Let's say, from my perspective, it's still an experimental, but let's go further. So, as you can see, I'm working in Ember together with Rails. Also have experience with Xamarin, in C#, and that was one of the reasons why I decided to just test out TypeScript, which has a lot in common with created by on this presentation, I will use either how to do it with Ember, and I will show some of using it together with Ember. So one of the reason, except TypeScript is very similar to looking at the TypeScript, was the fact that applications that we are working on are and bigger, and we started to think that in the future there will be problems with handling the whole logic of the app. So static typing, which is offered by TypeScript, will be very helpful. Also, people that stand behind the Glimmer decided to create script. So for me, it was like a recommendation to look up there. And if you like to understand under the hood, you have to know it because script there. So, what are the pros of using it? As I mentioned before, we got typing such as type interfaces, access modifiers, and for example, enums. And as you can see, this is actually some dummy code that is already working with Ember together, TypeScript working with Ember together. It doesn't have some fancy logic, but actually it works. We can see some interfaces. There is even ability to implement multiple times other interfaces, which is pretty cool. A compiler is involved in the runtime errors, even in your editor. Of course, there are some ones. You have to change all this in dynamic mode anymore. We have to. There are some exceptions like type, which let us do, but it's not recommended. As Ember developers is the fact that it's not integrated yet. Even the official repository tells about few working on it, and we'll see. You just have to install the appropriate CLA package to the Ember. Use different editor. It doesn't you use Vim or Atom or Sublime or any other very popular one. All of them are supported by the creators. Are there any problems? Yes, there are problems. Still, you can look at on the first incremental section, which tells about a few things, and how to TypeScript. Also, you should take a look at Slack if you have any problems. Lots of people are to answer your questions, so there is a special room for that, even topic where you can look at. There are a few other resources that you can take a look at, which allows you to play a little with playground. Also a lot of examples. Application, the third link, is pretty good place to look at for many TypeScript cases, as well as sample application at the bottom, which is actually Ember app which use TypeScript, let's say. So there are people who are decided to do it in a hard way, let's say.